More than 50 school districts in Michigan will be getting extra support from the state after reports of low test scores and graduation rates.
Those districts were recently identified as low performing for the 2021-2022 school year by the State Department of Education. Now, it's a list that's compiled every 3 years. This year, 54 of Michigan's 539 school districts were named. It includes 112 schools, an increase from the 86 on the 2018 report before the pandemic.
Looking at Southeast Michigan, 25 schools in the Detroit Public Schools Community District are considered to be low performing. Other schools in Pontiac, Ypsilanti, and East Point are also named in the report.
Tonight, 7 Action News reporter Sarah Grimmer is digging into the factors that impacted academic performance and what's being done to improve it.
East Point Community Schools has 3 schools on the state list, including East Point High School, where we are today. I spoke with 2 students here who tell me that for them, not being in these hallways as much has been a huge factor.
Do you guys feel like the pandemic held you back in your learning?
I felt like it just made me lazy. You're sitting on your bed with the computer right there.
Since the pandemic hit, it brought my grades down.
Miracle Johnson, or MJ, and Kayla McIntosh are 2 high schoolers at East Point who are bright, charismatic,
I got stuff going on at home,
and aware of the low testing scores at their high school.
I've seen a lot of people's test scores, mainly because they told me and showed me what their test scores were, and they were kind of bad.
In fact, at East Point High School, students are scoring in the bottom 5% on the state's index accountability system, which makes them one of the 112 schools now identified on this Michigan Department of Education 2022 list as low performing.
I don't judge anybody because of a test score, but I'm like, dang.
Schools either make the list because of the low test scores or because they have a graduation rate of 67% or less.
Of course, it's not a great thing to be identified, but it's also not a terribly big surprise. The pandemic really impacted our students.
State Superintendent Dr. Michael Rice has cited the pandemic, as well as underfunding of Michigan public students and educators, as the major reasons that the list has grown exponentially since the last time it was put together in 2018. Then there were only 86 schools on it, as opposed to 112 schools this year.
That sounds bad.
It's not great news, but it does have positive aspects. School districts that are on the list are required to enter into a partnership plan with the state, where they will be given state support in the form of extra money and in-class help.
We'll have someone with the MDE who will be working with us to help kind of find the places where the schools need support, where our students need support.
What are the top ways in which East Point is going to be working to get these test scores up in the next 3 years?
We have the social workers in each building. We are hiring 10 new academic paraprofessionals to work throughout the district, and that's huge.
East Point High School sent out this letter making parents aware of the list, stating their plans, and asking for parent support in the form of student attendance. Test scores may be low post-pandemic, but hopes are still high here for students like Kayla, who hopes to use her education to pursue social work, and MJ, who dreams of one day being an architect.
So as long as everyone gets the proper help that they need, I think there is a bright future for everyone.
I just want parents to know that we want to do this for your children. We care about your children, and we need your help too.
Reporting in East Point, Sarah Grimmer, 7 Action News.
And you can find a link to the complete list of schools on our website at WXYZ.com.